Greetings, my name is Timothy Collinson and I'm the Faculty Librarian for Technology. This video is going to be a short introduction to the subject pages that you're going to find really useful for your assignments, for your dissertations, and perhaps even your research. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to start from the library homepage here, which is library.port.ac.uk. And we're going to go from here to click on the menu in the top right corner of the page. This may vary a little bit depending on what device you're using and what screen size you're on. And we're going to go down the options here to subjects. Now you've got here all of the university faculties and a few other things as well, including Institute of Professional and Flexible Learning, which has now moved out of technology, so it's got its own link there. But for the moment, we're going to click on technology and see what's in there. Having said that, before you do, you might want to consider going to other places on the subject pages as well. So for example, if you're doing a computing course, you might have some business elements to it. So you might want to go and look at the business subject pages, or perhaps you've got a legal element and you want to go and look at the law and criminology pages, or vice versa. You might be doing a business degree and need to have a look at something to do with computing or something like that. So don't be too bound by the titles here, but you may find lots of useful resources and lots of useful support in your faculty, in your department, and on your subject pages. So you can see here civil engineering, computing, electrical and mechanical engineering, mathematics and physics. And I'm going to pick computing just for example, but they all look very similar. You can also see my contact details there if you want to on the right-hand side. And my assistant Marie below me. So if you do want to get in touch, feel free. And you can see there that the page consists of things to get you started, books, finding articles and other resources. There's links to support for researchers, and there's help on referencing and plagiarism, as well as some library guides. I'm not going to go through all of these in detail, but just a quick little look to see, for example, under Getting Started, you'll see that there's links to be able to get started there. If we open up that page there, you can do a virtual tour of the library. You can see a very brief introduction to everything on these pages in this slide set. And this video itself is linked to here as well. And all of the videos in this series you'll find throughout these pages, as well as on our YouTube channel in a playlist. Scrolling further down the page, you'll also see that there's links to getting help with reading lists, and your academic should be producing reading lists. If you're not, have a chat with them and they go into the Talus system and you can get through to them there. And then there's some tips on beginning to research, perhaps using ChatGPT or Google Scholar and so forth. And then there's some videos to get you started as well. And also, 2 guides on academic reading of books and also academic reading of journal articles. We appreciate that coming to university, you may be suddenly asked to be reading a lot more than you've ever had to tackle before. And these 2 library guides, which we've kept very short because we don't want to add to your reading, might help you through that process and help you to read more efficiently and effectively. Then, of course, there's advice on books. And another video in this series shows you how to find things on the library catalogue, and there's a little introduction to one of our ebook packages as well. This tells you a little bit more and reminds you about that. But it also links to our specialist books, ebook platforms for computing. So if you are looking for particular things, you might want to check those out because you can often search them full text rather than the library catalogue or discovery, which will just allow you to search for keywords. And then continuing down the page, there's help on finding articles. There's a couple of support pages on why use journal articles and then how you can find articles on a particular topic. And then there's actual resource lists of full text databases, indexing databases, additional sources, and some other specialized databases, as well as Google Scholar and some citation databases. I'll get into this in more detail in another video, but you should know that they're all there and listed for you. And some of them will be in Discovery and some of them are not. So this is the page to come and find, particularly the ones that are not in Discovery, and you'll need to search separately. We do have other resources, some specialist e-resources for computing that aren't really journal articles and conference papers. You might want news information, so there's help on that and lists of resources there. And then there's some non-subject specific resources that are just so huge, they're going to have computing material for you in there. So we've listed those as well. And if you do need audio-visual resources, perhaps photos or perhaps video and that kind of thing, there's help for you there as well. And then down towards the bottom of the page, there's help on plagiarism and referencing, and there's 2 videos going through that in more detail if you want to check those out. And some of our library guides are right down at the bottom. You can click on back to the top to go right back to the top of the page, and there's my terrible photo and my assistant as well. To get in touch with us if you want to. But those are our subject pages, and there you'll find all the resources that you need for your assignments, for your dissertations, or for your further research, and also the support that you need to guide you through them. So we warmly recommend them to you and wish you all the best in your work. And do ask if you've got any questions about that or want any kind of further help via our chat, via email, or coming and seeing us in person.